guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Noob Readers. My name is Kiran and today we'll be doing the first mini book haul on this channel and I'm really excited for it, and these are all the books that I bought from Amazon. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first book that I bought is Cersei by Madeline Miller, and I absolutely fell in love with this cover. This cover is beautiful and I have very high expectations from this book because I wanted to read this for the author Madeline Miller because she has written The Song of Achilles, which is one of my favorite books of all times, and I absolutely adore its writing. And I think that this book will also be very good, and I have very high expectations. So it is based on Greek mythology, which is something that I have no idea about. So when I was about to read The Song of Achilles at that time also, I was a little skeptical because I don't know anything about Greek mythology. Maybe I'll not be able to understand anything. But after reading that book, I totally understood how Madeline Miller writes the stories and it was very easy to understand. So I'm just hoping that this book will also be just like that because I don't know anything about Cersei, who she is, and what this book will be about. But I absolutely love the cover and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. So the second book that I bought is The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. Now this is the zero point 0.5 book in the Witcher series, as I have already seen the Netflix adaptation The Witcher and absolutely fell in love with that. Then I came to know that it is based on the series and I decided to read the books as well. So this is the first book that I'll be reading, and to be honest, I was expecting the Netflix adaptation cover where Geralt, Ciri and Yennefer were present, but it's this one that I got, and it's also pretty awesome and beautiful. And this is also the book that I'm really excited and have a lot of expectations from because I think that I will absolutely fall in love with the Witcher series because I love the show so much. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. So the third book that I bought is The Selection by Kiera Cass, and it is the first book in the Selection series. Now this book is recommended by Book Talk to me. Like literally every person on Book Talk was talking about this one. So I thought maybe it's like really good as everyone just loved this series so much. This series basically have 5 books, and will I be reading all the books? I don't know. If I loved this book, then maybe I'll try to read all the other ones as well. Now, this is basically about a competition where all the girls will be there and they'll be competing to win the competition, where if they become the winner, they'll marry this prince. It feels like it's gonna be a cheesy romance. To be honest, I don't think that I will love this book for some reason, but let's see. I wanted to read this and give it a chance. This is the third book that I'll be reading. So the fourth book that I bought is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Now this is a classic which is loved by a lot of people on BookTube. Like literally, if you ask anyone about this book, they all will have beautiful things to say about this book, and I really wanted to know what's so special about this classic that everyone just loves it so much. Now this is a gothic novel and it's basically about a love story. Some say it's a revenge story. A lot of people say that the language of this book is very difficult and this is something that a beginner should not pick up. So that's why I decided to wait for a long time to read this book, and I'll finally be reading this one. I'm really excited for it. And I think that I will also absolutely love it because this classic is loved by so many people on BookTube. So we'll find out what this book is actually about. Is it a love story or a revenge story? And I'm really excited to read this book, and I have a lot of expectations from this as well. So the last book that I bought is 1984 by George Orwell. Now this is also one of the most loved classics out there, and I personally picked this up because of the author George Orwell. I read the book Animal Farm and was absolutely in love with the way that that book is written. Like literally the way George Orwell has used satire and the way he tried explaining the political things that were happening inside the society. I actually loved that a lot, and I thought that this author is really amazing, and that's why I wanted to read more books from the author. So that's why I decided to pick 1984. Now, this is basically based on a dystopian society. So, basically, a society in chaos. And I'm really looking forward to reading this book. And to be honest, I have a lot of expectations as well because I really wanted to know why this classic is like loved by a lot of people. And because I loved Animal Farm so much, that's why also I have huge expectations from George Orwell. And I think that I'll absolutely love this book as well. So these are all the books that I bought, and I'm really happy about it. And I'm really interested in reading all these, and I'll be sharing my thoughts in the form of reviews for all these books. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.